Hello, everyone. Trina Lynn coming to you from Thedford, Nebraska. I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to jump on and share with you guys a little bit about my daily method of operation and what I do on a day-to-day basis to grow my business. I'm an entrepreneur, and anybody that is in the networking um, part of, if they do networking or they're entrepreneurs or they're in direct sales, everybody should have a daily method of operation. And so what does that look like for me? Basically, there's four things that I do every day to grow my audience and to grow my business and to grow myself, so to speak. And so the first thing I do every day is personal development. Guys, if you're not doing personal development and growing your own mind, then it's going to be very hard to work in the marketing aspect of things, just because there's so many different people you work with on a day-to-day basis that you need to be growing your own personal development every day. So I do what's called a power hour. I get up every day and I try to work 20 minutes on physical, like exercising for 20 minutes. And then I try to spend 20 minutes working on my mind, personal development, mindset, listening to people like Jim Rohn, different people like that. Who else do I listen to? Zig Ziglar, all those different people that help with personal development. I like to listen to them. And usually that's 20 minutes while after I'm out of the shower and I'm getting ready or doing something for the day. I usually throw those on and listen to them. YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. And then the other 20 minutes of my power hour is learning something new, learning a new technique or a new way to do things that's going to grow my business. So that's my power hour. I do a personal development every day. There's other things you can do, such as a lot of people are involved in the Miracle Morning. I've read that book. It's a great book, and I utilize parts out of it. There's actually a Miracle Morning Facebook group you can get into. Self-development videos like I talked about, reading books. Usually in the evenings, I will wind down for the last 30 minutes before going to bed and try to work on reading some more personal development books. I'm in the process of reading The Four Seasons by Jim Rohn right now, and that's just a good way to put you in the right mindset when you first wake up and put you in the right mindset when you go to bed. So you're thinking positive, right? Step number two, another one of my daily methods of operation, and I talked about this already, is exercise. Because what it does is it clears the mind. It gets the endorphins going for the day. It clears your mind. Maybe you have some things going on. And usually if you go do exercise, go for a walk, get on the treadmill, lift some weights, whatever. If I have something going on in my mind, that's usually going to help clear or help me be able to figure out what I'm going to do to fix that issue. So exercise is a very important daily method of operation for me. The third thing that I do is prospecting. And that is very important if you're growing a networking business. And I don't mean going out and spamming, because I was guilty of that in the past with people and sending all kinds of cold messages and stuff like that. But there are particular income producing activities that a person in networking should be doing every day. And whether it's just connecting with 10 new people on Facebook, going in and just telling a person happy birthday and connecting with that person and just building those relationships with people. I have a lot of friends on Facebook, a lot of new friends. I go in and I add 5 to 10 new friends a day, and I will reach out and send them a message. Hey, great connecting, and just building that relationship with them and seeing what we have in common, instead of just going out and sending them a cold message and, hey, would you take a look at my products and what I have to offer, right? It's building those relationships and gaining that trust with people. So networking and connecting with people every day is part of my daily method of operation. I also network in groups. I go in groups that I have a lot of things in common with, things I like to do, and I like to make myself present in those groups and just share and talk and comment on people's comments and stuff like that. Make sure you have a list. Have a list of people that you want to reach out to. As you go along, you're going to think of other people that maybe you haven't thought of that you want to reach out to. So always have that list in front of you. So when you're doing your income producing activities and you're prospecting throughout the day, you have that list in front of you to remind you of people that maybe you haven't talked to yet. And just make sure that when you're doing that, you're realistic. So many people come on board and they're like, oh, I've been doing this business for a month now and I've only signed up one person, or I haven't signed up anybody yet. Or I'm like, okay, so what is your daily method of operation? And they're like, what is that? And I'm like, what do you do on a day-to-day basis to grow your business? You know, you can't just talk to a person one day and then go for a week and not do anything in your business, right? You have to be growing yourself every day. Some people are busy. Some people work full-time jobs. So these are things you have to learn to fit in on your time. Maybe it's fitting it in over your noon hour. Maybe it's fitting it in during your break times or in the evenings when the kids go to bed, or getting up an hour earlier or staying up an hour later, whatever it works for you. But if you're really serious about growing a networking business, you have to figure out a way to put these daily methods of operation into place and work on them every day. Because if you're not, you're really going to have a hard time growing a networking business, you know, a big one. You might get a few people here and there, but you're not going to grow a real serious business if you're not doing this every day. Fourth one is content creation. And this is something I'm getting better at. I'm working on this. I could go out and I could grow a business pretty good just talking to people in my hot and warm market and get to a certain point. But I've outgrown that to the point now I really have to concentrate on content creation with people and reaching out to new prospects and giving content that is going to make people come to me and want to trust me and stuff. So that's very important as you go along. And if you're new to networking, I just suggest it's something you get comfortable with doing right from the get-go. So make sure that you're creating daily content every day, whether it's a blog post, whether it's creating a video or doing a Facebook Live like I'm doing right now, or posting an article or something like that. Make sure you're doing that every day. Find time, even if it's just 5 minutes, to go on and do that every day. Sometimes maybe you're having a good day, because all of us, life happens, right? And there's days that my hair ain't perfect, my makeup, or I'm outside working in the yard and I'm like, I don't want to do a video today. I look horrible. I don't feel like it. I'm out of the mood. So if you have a day where you're already dressed up, you're going somewhere and you got some time, just sit down and create more than one video. Do 2 or 3 in that day, and then you have content to share on another day when you have those days that you don't want to dress up or you don't feel like getting in front of the camera. So think ahead, do some content ahead of time. And guys, there's all kinds of ways to create content. I'm in an amazing group that shares content every day in there, and just from that group alone, that's where I get my information for doing these lives. I just go in and I take some notes and I jump on and do lives because there's constantly people in there. So if you want to know where I get that and you're interested, raise your hand in the comments below and I can definitely share that with you. It's just, it's amazing since I've been in this group, what I've been missing out on to grow my business. And people that are in this are growing their business in leaps and bounds, and they're utilizing the information in there. And there's people in there like Ray Higdon and those kind of people that have grown 7-figure incomes. They utilize this. This is something they do to utilize everything every day to create content and stuff. So if you're interested in knowing what that is, let me know and I'll share it with you. Set up a YouTube channel. I haven't done that yet, honestly. Actually, I just went in today and created a YouTube an account, and so this is something I've got to get used to doing. So as I do these lives, I'm going to be sharing them in my YouTube account and putting them out there because there's so many other people in that area of market that I haven't ever reached out to if they start watching my YouTube videos, and I'm creating good content for them. Them can be prospects for me down the road. So those are my 4 steps of daily methods of operations. And remember, it's imperfect action, guys. You're not going to be perfect at it the very first time you do it. I'm still getting better and more comfortable each and every time I do this. I've been doing some of these daily methods of operation I've been doing now for the last 5 years, so they have just become habits for me. Some of them I don't even think about it. But if you're new, and I did not put it in front of me, I don't have it down here, I don't think. And I can share it with you if you guys want it. Eric Worre trains us. He's our trainer for our company, and he was training us on how to learn how to block out time on calendar and to block out particular amounts of times. And I know some girls do that, and guys too. And then they put timers on their phones. So they're like, okay, for this hour, this is what I'm going to do for this hour. And they set a timer and they work for that hour. Maybe they don't get it all done. That's fine. But they put that time in for that hour and they block that time out to do that. So if you guys are interested, I'll have to find it, but I can download it and probably just send it to you, send the PDF to you, where Eric talks about, teaches you how to block out time, and kind of goes through that with you. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll share that with you. And the other thing, guys, just for consistency. Consistency is the big word you should be writing down the side of all your notes, and make sure that you're being consistent every day doing this. And I promise you, if you're consistent with doing this, and even if you're not perfect and you don't do them all every day for a while, and it takes time to work all this in, just being consistent with a couple of these things starting out and working more in as you can go, guys, it's going to grow your business so much faster if you do that. And if you have something set aside, a DMO set aside that you do every day, and you make sure you stick with it every day, guys. So I hope you guys are all having a great day. It's Monday. I can't believe it's already Monday again. So beginning of the week. So I hope you guys all have an amazing week, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.